Hello, hello! Welcome to Arkadium's Daily Crossword Live. I am psyched to be back with you all, solving a new crossword puzzle. I see lots of my old friends already saying hey, Dee is saying good morning, Ladishan is saying good afternoon. I guess in my time zone, we're right on the razor's edge between morning and afternoon. Scav is saying sup. AJ, Tess, Stefano from Italy, welcome back. Julia is saying hello, and Liam is here right on time. So everyone, Liam says I'm the only YouTube user. That'll change. YouTube takes a little bit to snowball, but it'll come. Wordle 2 is here, making a guess for One Across. So people are eager to dive into this crossword. Let's check it out. Before we do One Across, I just want to check the title of the puzzle. That's often a hint to the theme that we should expect. The title is Double 62 Downer, which is interesting. I mean, there's a part of me that's tempted to go right to 62 down and see what it is and understand the theme right away, but I'm not going to do that. I would rather, I think, build up the suspense and see if we can figure it out on our own as we uncover some of these theme answers. But Double 62 Downer is the title, and it's by Winston Emmons. So let's check it out. Tess says yesterday was a beast, and Scav said May had a mega puzzle yesterday. Yeah, May did a Sunday puzzle. Sunday puzzles are typically larger. They're 21 by 21, whereas these daily puzzles are 15 by 15. So yeah, it's really something to dig your teeth into, sink your teeth into. Audubon Autos. We got multiple guesses. Wordle 2 and Jilly and Ladishan all guessing BMWs. It's a great guess. I mean, Autobahn is the German highway system, so I would expect the autos that drive there to be German cars, which BMWs are. Okay, Code of Advertising Agency at 1 down. Code of Advertising Agency. Someone named Grookey says, "Give me a chance, King." You have your chance right now. Participate anytime you want. We're all contributing together. Code of Advertising Agency. I'm not sure. Dennis is back on YouTube. Now Liam doesn't feel as alone. Welcome back, Dennis. Okay, Scav and Ladishan are both giving me BBB. Oh my god. Which I guess is the Better Business Bureau. And I suppose it makes sense that they would have a code of advertising. The Better Business Bureau is all about business ethics. Interesting. Manifesto Man. Okay, I have an idea for this one. I think this is the first entry we've seen where I have a confident idea, but we will see. We'll see what you all think. Yeah, we got Scav always first. Everyone else seems to be kind of quiet so far. I wonder what that's all about. Yeah, Jilly's back. Yes, and Arkadium hopefully linking to the puzzle that we're solving. It's the Stan Newman hard crossword from yesterday. And Murph's dad is here saying Marx for sure. So Murph's dad is confident. Yeah, I think that's a good guess because Marx famously wrote the Communist Manifesto. Tess likes it, so I'm happy with it too. X at the beginning here is pretty strange. Maybe we'll check it out in a second. C3 down first. Bench order. It's kind of a vague clue. I sort of want to look at 13 across simultaneously. Let's do it. Italian Adriatic port. Oh my. This first corner is kind of tough with the fill. So I'm not really sure. Yeah, Murph's dad is curious about that 20 across, though, with the X. I agree. This X is quite mysterious. Melissa Bogle is here with a very good guess for 3 down. A writ. I see. A bench order. Yeah, I think a writ is like a formal court order. Court and bench are sort of synonyms. And I think it has to be written. Yeah. And then apparently, Stefano is in Italy, so I trust Stefano on this one. Stefano's saying Barry. Apologies, Stefano, that I've never heard of this Adriatic port, but I definitely trust you. AJ says I'm not helpful today. Yo, that makes 2 of us, AJ. I am feeling totally out of my depth here in this crossword. Just a lot of entries that I'm not feeling. Oh, we got to check this XT, though. Dennis thinks writ is excellent. So I'm happy with that. Nissan Rogue predecessor. Okay, so the XT actually we can make sense of. I know this one. C-Chip says guessing extreme before seeing the clue. It was a very good guess, like a casual way to spell extreme, but I think that's not what it is. Yeah, I think Sarah Jane and D and Warthog are onto this one. Xterra. And Nissan Xterra is definitely a car. Interesting fill. All right, let's check 17 across. Likely our first themer of the day. Lucinda says car is not my thing. Yeah, they're not really my thing either. And so far we've already had two of them, BMWs and Xterra. Sue Partler likes Xterra as well, as does Sepp Ortiz. Okay, card room competition. Card room competition, probably our first themer of the day. And we have a BRI in place. Is it too early to be looking at this? Do we need more downs? Yeah, AJ has a very good suggestion. And Tess and Scav are sort of backing it up. Bridge something. Yeah, Ledition likes Murph's dad. Everyone likes Bridge. Yeah, everyone's saying Bridge something because Bridge is a card game. And so card room competition, we already have the BRI. Bridge is looking very likely. Yeah, maybe Bridge game. Well, games, it would have to be singular. So I'm not sure. Let's check the downs. By the way, anyone play Bridge? I've played it a couple times in my life, and I really feel like I would love it if I got into it, but I've never had that occasion. Charlie saying, hi all, sorry, he's asking what's the theme, but it's the title he's asking for. The title is Double 62 Downer. So we don't really know what that means until we get to 62 down, which is all the way down here somewhere. And we haven't even uncovered a full theme answer, so you are not late, Charlie. Okay, article supplement. Interesting. Yeah, Melissa Bogle and Liam are saying sidebar. Fair enough. I guess if you have a little sidebar, you might put a graphic there or something as a supplement to your article. I think that's interesting. All right, let's check 5 down. I really want to fill in the back half of this 17 across. Rand prefers sidearm. Interesting. Okay. I'm going to make note of that, Rand, and keep bar in there for now. But we'll see. The moment. Oh, bridge table, AJ. Yeah, we're having trouble. What fits here for... But a table isn't a competition, you know? Liam's got to go so soon. No, stick around, Liam. All right, well, if you really have to go, we will miss you. But come back any day. We stream every single day at the same time, noon Eastern. Grammy category. Scav and D and AJ all have the same guess. Opera. Yeah, not the first Grammy category you think of, but AJ says just shouting out options, lol. Yeah, a bit of a tough puzzle here. Melissa thinks opera sounds good. I'm happy with it. Pest control brand. Okay, I think I've heard of this. I've never used this brand, but I think at minimum it has come up in Crosswords. Dennis is registering a new guess for 17, a bridge champ. Yeah, the problem with all of these bridge champ, bridge table, is that they are legitimate things, but they don't fit this clue of competition. A bridge champ is not a competition. I guess it could be short for championship. And a bridge table is certainly not a competition. Warthog guessed bridge hands. Something not feeling right about them. All right. Big Hig saying lemon. Not sure where lemon is meant to go. I think Lucinda and Sarah Jane and Jilly are onto something. Ooh, bridge match, Big Hig says. That's the first one that actually could work. Bridge match. Like, that's a competition. I like that guess, Big Hig. I think that's a really great guess. We'll confirm the downs in a second after we fill in Patrick O'Shea's answer of Orkin, which is indeed a pest control brand. So I'm feeling good now. Feeling very good. Retail chain founder. Okay. I mean, there are a lot of retail chains. And then we need to know who founded that retail chain. This is a tough puzzle. It's not a quite Saturday Stumper level, but it's not a walk in the park. Murph's dad and Sepp Ortiz are both saying Ortho is another pest control brand, which I wasn't aware of. So let's also keep that in mind, that the back half of this entry could be ortho. Does anyone know this? Retail chain founder? Dennis on YouTube is saying R.H. Macy. Wow, as in Macy's? You know that? How'd you pull out? How do you know R.H.? I did not know this person's name. I mean, I believe someone named Macy founded Macy's. R.H. Macy. Do people know that? Let's check the PH is not impossible. Melissa thinks it's a good guess. Warthog says it's great. Murph's dad says, good pull there, Dennis. Well done, Dennis. More than one still. More than one still. Whew, this is hard at every turn. Patrick O'Shea thinks that R.H. Macy sounds right. The problem is, if there's any doubt on this second initial, then we're totally cooked. Ah, I see. Barbara McDowell on Facebook and Charlie and Amy are saying photos. Stills as in photos. Man, that's a tough clue. More than one still is multiple photos. I just want to check these down because they're a little weird. RV Stopover franchise. Okay, this actually works. KOA is Campgrounds of America, I believe. And I don't know why, but I think they do spell campgrounds with a K. I've seen this before. So it's Campgrounds of America, where campgrounds is spelled with a K. It's like a chain of campgrounds. And what do we have here? Oh, Adam's cousin. Yeah, Cousin It is definitely an Addams Family character. So I think we are actually correct here. Well done, Dennis, on R.H. Macy. That really unlocked the section. And well done, Higgs, on Bridge Match. I think this is looking right. I've been enjoying watching Wednesday, the Jenna Ortega Addams Family show. Is anyone watching that? Cousin It has not made an appearance yet. Wow. Well done, everybody. Good teamwork. Everyone contributing. Very light. Very light. Murphstat says Wednesday is great. Patrick O'Shea says that is an awesome show. I'm glad you guys agree. Yeah, we've been having fun with it. All right, what do we like here? I see Melissa and Jessica and Charlie and Warthog and AJ all like no Cal. Patrick says she is the perfect Wednesday. I couldn't agree more. I mean, she just embodies that role. She's so good. Even when she has no dialogue, just her look and her facial expressions, she's so good. She's always funny. Her comic timing is impeccable. Like, she's the reason to watch that show. Sorry, I should linger on this for a second. Very light. People are saying no Cal. I think the reason is no calories. It's short for like no calories and a diet food, and light is sort of a casual way of saying lightweight fare. I hope that makes sense. BTB is in chat and saying shrug, signal indifference. To shrug. Yeah, that's a very good guess. D likes it too. Scav says, is season 2 as good? So season 2 has only released half their episodes. I don't know if I would say it's as good as the first one, but I'm still enjoying it. World's largest peninsula. Murph's dad says, I think Aubrey Plaza would be the only other easy pick for Wednesday. Yes, very true. Aubrey Plaza, they have very similar energy. In fact, there's a good clip of Jenna Ortega and Aubrey Plaza presenting an award together as at some award ceremony, and they're both, doing their trademark scowls and playing off of each other. Okay. We're getting a lot of shrug emojis. I thought for a second that everyone's like, I don't know the world's largest peninsula, but no, we're still giving shrug emojis for 15 down. Charlie seems to know the world's largest peninsula, as do Scav and AJ, Lucinda and Sarah Jane. Melissa, Jilly Rand, everyone's saying Arabia. And Dennis as well. And Logician, Arabia. Nice, the Arabian Peninsula. Looks good. Murph's dad says I would say season 2 is as good. Yeah, I think that's a fair take. And Lindsay is here saying Arabia as well. Nice. Nicely done. All right. Volvo X-Rival. Volvo X-Rival. More cars, Lucinda, just for you. And you knew this one. Yes. Cinda says, I don't know cars, and then knows cars. Golden Mom knows it. Nice. Stefano. Okay, cool. I think Saab has got to be right. Justin Christoph. Everyone's together. Frodo's fellow traveler. Aha. Any Lord of the Rings fans? I would say I'm not a particular Lord of the Rings fan, but I still know this one because Lord of the Rings is pretty culturally huge. Yeah, Gil coming in with Saab as well. Amy Gal. Oh, BTB followed us. Thank you, BTB. And we got Kurt Steinprice and Lucifer and Jasmine back in chat. Okay, we're starting to pick up. Joseph, all saying Sam. Patrick helpfully spelling it all out. Samwise. How do you pronounce that last name? Gamgee? See, I'm not much of a Lord of the Rings guy. Flyboy knew Sam. Awesome. Very awesome. Healthcare.gov concern. Okay. Healthcare.gov concern. Let's just polish off this little section here. This is always the troublesome corner where TikTok says it's hard to see the crossword. So I'll try to move swiftly through it. BTB, our newest follower, says Ava. Warthog says age. I see, like insurance would care about your age. Ooh, Flyboy says ADA, like American Dental Association, BTB. Okay, everyone has a different guess, so nobody seems confident here. Too many options, says Lucinda. Let's do the down. Musical opener. Musical opener. We got Jim D55 saying AMA, American Medical Association. That does make sense. But yeah, BTB is saying Affordable Care Act. If we can get a solid guess for 11 down, I think it'll really sort us. Yeah, I think I like what AJ and Scav and BTB are saying. Act and Ledition on Twitch are saying Act 1. It's kind of a weird crossword entry, but it happens sometimes where you use the I as a Roman numeral for Act 1 or for other phrases. So I think that's very promising. And then ACA does make sense. The Affordable Care Act, I think healthcare.gov was made when the Affordable Care Act was going live. So I think that is the best guess. And then one letter left in this section. Outdoor card reader crossing toddler coddler. I like that clue. I have a soft spot for rhyming clues. Toddler coddler. Who's a toddler coddler? Yeah. Yeah, D and Tess. Lucinda even giving me the emoji answer. And Claire is here and saying, Mama. Yeah. Mama is a toddler coddler, and I guess an outdoor card reader is an ATM, typically outdoors, or often outdoors at least. Very nice. And we got Penfield and Golden Mom. Golden Mom is getting Mama, very appropriate. Hello, Piers, how you doing? Okay, time for 23 across, I think. Possibly our second theme answer of the day. Summer social site. Summer social site. Wow, Jessica and AJ got quick guesses here. Yeah, Charlie Piers and BTB agree, and D. And Steven, okay, Beach Club. Yeah, very good. Fits perfectly, and it works with the clue. Angie's here. Hello. Says, we'll be ducking out occasionally because you're working. That's all right, I understand. We are always here when you're in the mood to procrastinate. Yeah, Beach Club. Okay, why don't we pause for a moment and see if we can understand this theme. Now that we have two, probably Bridge Match and Beach Club. I'm trying to make sense of this. Double 62 downer. The problem is we might just be completely hopeless trying to figure out this theme until we get to 62 down, which is all the way down here. So maybe we just have to leave the suspense and keep solving. Tanya just followed us. Thank you, Tanya. If anyone else is watching and doesn't follow us, do consider it. We stream every single day at noon Eastern time. It's always a good time. If you follow us, it helps us keep the show going, and it also helps you, remind you when we're streaming. Geneticist Mendel. Anyone know Mendel's Mendel? First name? AJ says, let's just do 62 down. Go rogue. No, AJ, we have to be disciplined about this. I'm being stringent about our left to right, top to bottom solve. Angie says, thank you. I'm always in the mood to procrastinate. My boss doesn't appreciate it, however. I understand that one, Angie. Well, maybe your boss is into crosswords and they can join too. And Vidart is back. Hello to you. Okay, Luncharoni is in chat saying Gregor. I think that sounds right. Mendel did experiments on peas and learned a lot about hereditary. About heredity. Excuse me. Yeah, Jasmine and Justin knew Gregor. Very nice. Excellent. Okay, Rapper's Capper. We got another rhyming clue. We were admiring Toddler Coddler earlier. Now we got Rapper's Capper. Yeah, I think Chad is right about this one. I think it's a do-rag. Although we're getting two spellings. Do-rag with a U or with an O. They might both actually be legitimate. I'm not sure. So maybe we leave that one blank for now. And get it when we get to 27 down. And Rob is here saying do-rag, flyboy. F1 is back. Okay. Everyone is here to play. Hands out at 28 down. By the way, I don't think I missed any guesses at the theme. I think everyone is as stumped as I am until we get to 62. Yeah. All right. Hands out. Lucinda saying deals, like hands out cards. That makes a lot of sense. Melissa and Charlie and F1 are saying doles, like doles out. They're actually both very good guesses, so I think it is time. Yeah, Merch's dad says we need more info. So maybe we try 34 across? Shakespearean monarch. Does anybody know? Jessica giving me pineapple emojis because of Dole Pineapple. I love Jessica's little mini puzzle that I have to solve on stream. Shakespearean monarch. Yeah. So who is there? Who is a Shakespeare scholar? Luncharoni is. I had the same instinct as Luncharoni on this one. Luncharoni says, I know this because my friend named her cat that. That's a really cool name for a cat, Oberon. It's a great name. Yeah, Oberon, I believe this is Midsummer Night's Dream. Yeah, King of Fairies, Scav says. Yes, exactly. Excellent. Okay, maybe we check 27 down? Oh, 16 across supporter. Oh no, do we even have 16 across? Oh, we do, okay. Affordable Care Act. Okay, who supported the Affordable Care Act? This one's a gimme. Angie says, I'm not up on my Shakespeare. Yeah, well, that's why we all solve together, because somebody knows, there's always someone who knows everything. Or for everything, there is someone who knows it. Yes. And other people pointing out that this has to be doles now, doles out instead of deals. They were both solid guesses, but Oberon only works with doles. And then Merstad and Warthog and Soup Parlor and Crystal Robles. And Lori Porzio all given me Obama, which does work. Obama pioneered the Affordable Care Act. Durag was with an O. And we're in business, I think. Little fella. Someone called Can't Kickflip wants to spell Durag with a U, but I just don't think it works with Obama. I can't kickflip either. I tried for many years, and I can't kickflip. I can barely ollie. Mint T is saying lad. Yeah, for little fella. I like that. And Angie and Barbara both got that one as well. Excellent. And Vedart. A wee lad, as Jessica says. And we got Lexi1996 here, also saying lad. Excellent. A Muslim monarch. Yes. It's a very common crossword entry. Parsimonious Decor. That's a nice username. And AK. And Penfield Hondros all saying Emir. Yeah, that's right. I think an Emir is generally a term for some sort of royalty or position of power in Muslim countries. Very good. Hello, Parsimonious Decor. How you doing? Test coming in that with that a U here is the most common spelling, but I think other guesses are also technically correct. Okay. Well, today it must be with an O, and it's good to know that at least it's not incorrect. Flyboy says an emir is a prince. Okay. Updated. Updated. Yeah, Rand and Warthog and Dee and Melissa quick on this one. Redid. Like if you updated your kitchen, you redid it. I think that makes good sense. Let's stop neglecting the center of the grid, shall we? Thou at 29 across. Thou. This is forever going to remind me of that Saturday Stumper from a couple weeks ago where the clue was thou. And we thought what Tess is saying, you would be the answer, which is a very natural answer for the clue thou, because they mean the same thing. But the answer in that puzzle was actually G, because thou is short for 1,000, and G is short for 1,000. But that's a Saturday Stumper for you. That's not what we're doing today. U is looking a lot more promising. AJ, yeah, agritainment. I think it might have been the same puzzle. Excellent. Salad veggie. Nani followed us, and someone else I just missed. Tremo the goat followed us. You guys are the best. Tess saying noodle nugget. I vowed to use noodle nugget in my daily life, and I haven't. Thank you for the reminder. Yes, noodle nugget is the best phrase for an idea. Justin Christoph and Jessica are giving me an Angie and Letition saying a cuke. Salad veggie is a cuke, a cucumber. And Scaff found some nice cucumber emoji. It's sliced and everything. Okay, let's check the K. Fractions of a year. Fractions of a year, I see. Took me a second to understand this, but I think this makes sense. What do we got? And Randy Wright just followed us. Thank you, Randy. All right. Yeah, a lot of people coming in. Golden Mom and Luncharoni and Jillian Ledition all saying weeks. Jessica always finds a creative way to work an emoji in there. Giving me a calendar right now. Randy Wright, one of our newest followers. And Connor Sheehan says weeks as well. Yeah, I think weeks makes sense as fractions of a year. I kind of want to check this down right here. A question of cost. Okay. How does begin questions, so I think this makes sense. A question of cost. Yeah, Minty and Rob and Lori and Golden Mom and Jasmine. Wow, everyone's in chat. Look at this. S. Khan and C. Loveland all saying how much. And Jay Astier is back with the correct answer, and Dennis is getting a correct answer. Yeah, everyone's working together on this. How much? I like this entry. Let's check 40 across. Unclear if this is going to be a theme or not. It is a little short, maybe. Vegans avoidance. Sharon Ball is here, also getting how much? User 36. Wow. A lot of new names. I'm heartened to see it. If you are brand new here, we do this every day, so keep that in mind. Join us anytime. I'm expecting some emojis on this one. Sharon Ball just followed us. Thank you, Sharon. Yeah, Tiffany Mills is saying red meat. Vegans avoidance for sure. Justin Christoph followed us. Thank you, Justin. Vegans avoid a lot more than red meat. I mean, vegetarians avoid red meat. Vegans avoid, eggs and Jell-O. But fair enough. Vegans do avoid red meat. All right. Where are we now? Ultimately realize. Yeah, and unclear still to me if this is going to be a theme answer or not. We either have 3 or 2 themers, and I'm just as lost as I was at the beginning. But there is hope at the end of this tunnel, because I think 62 down will probably make everything click into place. Gil and Jen Mama both saying, oh no, Jen Mama saying new, and Gil is saying new, but Lucinda is saying net. So how do we make sense of this? Ultimately realize. I don't get new, actually. Ultimately realize. Shania is yelling my name, and I don't know why. Are you just happy to see me? Yeah, Paul is saying this one isn't making sense to me. I'm struggling with this too, actually. Okay, Jen Mama says net. Yeah, we're changing to net. Okay. Okay, Shania is just excited, not angry, everybody. Ultimately realize. I see. Realize maybe like to make real in that sense. Realize like, yeah, make concrete. Oof. That's a tough clue. Very tough clue, I think. At least for me. Some people seem to think it's clear. Yeah, Jared saying realized profit is like net profit. That's a good explanation. Yeah, realize in a financial sense, says Warthog. Thank you. Yeah, you guys are right. Sorority symbol. Pro tip for solving crosswords. Whenever you see sorority or fraternity in the clue, they're just tipping you off to the fact that we're talking Greek letters. It can be any Greek letter. In this case, only one fits the letter pattern we have right now, as Efon and Penfield and Randy are pointing out. Tau is a sorority symbol, basically a Greek T. And Liam's back. Well done. Always come back to us. Wipes gently. Wipes gently. We're keeping up a pretty good pace, I think, for this puzzle. No major issues. Jenny Jelly is writing a dog like this, which is a word, but I don't like that it doesn't agree with the tense of the clue. Wipes gently is present tense or third person. What am I doing? Dabs. I think dabs is better. Yeah, Jenny Jelly, exactly, because of the tense. Mav Reader and Sharon Ball agree. BC is a little strange, but not impossible. Include discreetly. Okay. I think I know what we're talking here. The YouTube crew is missing Miniest Mini, who's one of our regular viewers. I like the little community that's formed over at YouTube. Warms my heart. Jen Mama and Lucinda are saying, and Miranda Furl are saying BCC. I like this. Yeah, include discreetly. We're talking email threads. If you BCC someone, you're looping them into the email thread, but it's not public to everybody else. Jenny Jelly, thanks for the heart. And Tracy McCullough, thanks for the follow. Okay. Moving on. Hardly at all. Shania says BCC is blind carbon copy. Yeah, that sounds right. Blind carbon copy. Yes, looks good. All right. Hardly at all. S. Khan is here, and Randy Wright saying a bit. Yeah. That seems nice. Sharon Ball says about, which does fit the clue, but it does not fit the number of squares we have. So I think a bit is a more promising guess. Hardly at all, just a bit. Waist measure. Waist measure. Okay. Waist measure. Yeah, I think people must be right about this. David Adams and Clark and Rob and Tracy and Jen Mama all saying girth. Guess you're curious like how far your waist is around? Would be the girth. Fair enough. Mitchell cover image. Ooh. Test like weird clue, but okay. Yeah, I feel a bit the same way. And Albie Neepin just followed us. Thank you, Albie. So Mitchell cover image. This is a very vague. Jared is saying Time, like Time magazine, is famous for their covers. That's an interesting guess. What else are people saying? David Adams says tuba. I think on this one, I'm going to need not just an answer, but an explanation, because we got so many guesses that I can't make sense of what people are confident in versus who's just guessing a four-letter word that starts with a T, you know? Ooh, I am getting some signal though. I think Scav and Lucinda. Yeah, Charlie. Okay. Oof. Brutal clue. Tara, and let me explain, as chat has hopefully explained to me. Margaret Mitchell wrote Gone with the Wind. So the cover image on the cover of Gone with the Wind is the plantation that's in Gone with the Wind, which is called Tara. How's that for a hard clue? I think it's right though. Now people are talking Michelin. No, it's not Michelin Man. It's Mitchell. Albie's like wowzers. Yeah, I'm feeling the same way about that one, Albie. We had the same reaction to that clue. Wowzers. We got Mav Reader in chat and Jenny Jelly saying Rasta and Ava, a reggae fan, often Rasta. So I guess a Rastafarian might like reggae. Yeah, Dennis thinks that Tara was very clever. Well done to all of you guys for explaining that one to me. Shania said, when you said Mitchell cover, my brain automatically thought about Joni Mitchell. Yeah, well, that's part of the problem is that Mitchell is a pretty common last name. And we're not even talking, we don't even know what kind of cover. Is it an album cover? Is it a book cover? A movie cover? Not so big bands. Not so big bands. Mint Tea and Clark. Escon says, I would have never gotten the Mitchell cover one. Yeah, well, that's why we solved together, Escon. Because what none of us can do on our own, we can all achieve together. Decisive Butterfly is here saying trios. Yeah, and Angie likes that too on YouTube. Yeah, I guess if you have a trio, it's not a big band. Modest sized band. The other nice thing about crosswords is that every square you get 2 shots at, because there's an up and a down. So even if you can't get Tara on the across, maybe you can just populate it via the downs. Family nickname. Yeah, David Adams and Brit Brat and Justin Christoph all saying sis. Angie and Ledition as well. And Brit Brat just followed us. Thank you. Yeah, sis, short for sister. Family nickname. Nicely done. Yeah, sometimes this is Sib. It could be Sib. We'll check the down for sibling. Padlock parts. And SCOM just followed us. You guys are the best. Padlock parts. Yeah, I like what Tracy McCullough is saying here. And David Adams and Efon seem to be in agreement. And Jen Mama just followed us. Make me smile every time. Hasps, as Sue Parlor also supplies. Padlock parts. Yeah, hasps. So I think a hasp is like, you know, you have to flap that thing open and you close it over a loop and put a padlock through it. It's very difficult to describe what a hasp is. It's the little metal part that swings on a hinge that you padlock shut. Okay. Albie says never heard of a hasp. You've seen them though. If you Google hasp, you will recognize what it looks what we're talking about. Give me a break. Bryston is here saying, "Oh, stop." I like that. Albie says, "Nice, learned something new." Yeah, I love that about crosswords. I learn something new every single stream. Give me a break. Oh, stop. Very good. We should check this cross though. Title with a tilde. Aha. Sao, as in like Sao Paulo, I guess. Yeah, weirdly, there is a tilde on the A, I want to say, in Sao Paulo. I always thought of a tilde as only going on ends, but that's Spanish. I guess we're talking Portuguese here. What is the tilde on the A? I don't know what it is. Okay. Oh, Albie says, "What's a tilde?" A tilde, it's right under below the escape key on my keyboard, right next to the one. It's the little squiggle that you put on top of letters in some non-English languages. So in Spanish, like jalapeno, the N has that little squiggle on top of it, and that's a tilde. Rip off. Interesting. Liam is guessing thrift, which does sort of work. Not 100% on it. Luncharoni saying the A with the tilde creates a nasal sound. Huh. Okay. Catching up. Warthog and D in Parsimonious Decor and Albin are all saying thieve. Yeah, I think that works a little better for work off than thrift. Because to thieve is to steal and to rip off. Luncharoni says Sue Parlor knows what's up. I missed Sue Parlor. In Portuguese, over a vowel, it's a nasalized vowel sound. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Not interested. Shania says same with habanero, but I actually want to challenge that. I think habanero, the N doesn't actually have a tilde. I think it's just habanero. It's not habanero. Hope I'm not wrong about that. Not interested. Not interested. Justin and Pelvis and Mint Tea and Sir Oblivion. I love these usernames. Say, I pass. Diana Navarrete is here. Zachariah just followed us. Yeah, I pass. That works. Works nicely. Okay, Pelvis confirming my suspicion that habanero does not have an enye. Yeah, quinceañera does though, Shania. Yeah, that's a good example. First Muslim peace Nobelist. Anyone know this? Senor, Albie is giving us another tilde word. I think, yeah, now Tracy plugging Duolingo. I think Stefano and Clark are onto something here. And CF Martinez all saying Sadat. Yeah, Sadat was a president of Egypt. Did not know he was the first Muslim peace Nobelist, but it's interesting trivia. If we have any doubts, we can check the crosses. Old school encouragement. Old school encouragement. Albie says I'm learning American Sign Language on Duolingo. That's awesome. I didn't know they had ASL courses. That's really cool. My mother speaks sign language because she was a therapist for the deaf during her part of her career. Jilly and Albie and Sepp all saying Raz. Old school encouragement. I see. So we're talking rah, rah, rah. It's like old school way to encourage. Strange entry. All right, do we do 54 across? David Adams says, good players here. Yeah, it's so true. Arkadium's Daily Crossword Live viewers are very sharp. Blake says, what's our theme today, Jack? Well, sad to tell you, Blake, we don't really know yet. Double 62 Downer is the title. And we have a bunch of theme answers. Bridge match, beach club, possibly red meat. I'm not sure if this is a themer yet. We do have a theory about the theme in chat. Chat is going pretty fast. Yeah, Charlie, the theme is head. Okay, let's get back on track. I want to fill this in and then explain what I think Charlie is saying. Workout follower. People are telling me hot shower. Hot shower. Jay Astor likes that. Workout follower. It's a good entry. I think that's right. And Charlie is saying that the theme will be words that can come before head. So like hothead and showerhead. Aha. So a hothead is someone with a temper, and a showerhead is obviously the thing that water comes out of. So redhead and meathead are both phrases. Ah, very nice. Charlie, did you get this all on your own? Oh my god. So we're thinking 62 down would be head as the revealer. Redhead and meathead. Beachhead. I'm not sure I know what a beachhead is. A club head, I think, is the head of a golf club. Match head is the head of a match. Okay, this has to be right. It's working too well. Nice spot, Charlie. Oh my god. How'd you do that? It's a great guess. Pelvis doesn't make sense. Yeah. Arkadium loves the guess. David says, wow. Blake is like, what's a bridgehead? Yeah, I stopped short of explaining bridgehead because I'm not sure myself. My only association with bridgehead is like in a military sense, maybe it's a strategic point that you have to defend against. I'm thinking of war movies where that take place on a bridge, but I could be totally wrong. People talk in military in chat, so maybe that is right. Now I'm extra eager to get to 62 across and confirm Charlie's guess, but I think it was making sense. Yeah, someone named TikTok on YouTube is engaging. I can't say your full name because I don't want to insult people. Archaeology finds. Archaeology finds. Albie says, I feel my IQ increasing being here. That's an awesome comment. I'm very glad you feel that way. Stick with us, kid. Catholic is saying, or Kathy K, probably, not Catholic. Kathy K is saying tombs, archaeology finds. Very nice guess. Okay. Dennis saying beach and bridgehead are both strategic defense things. So beachhead and a bridgehead are both like military terms for strategy. Dangerous air. Nice. David Adams was quick on this one. Miasma. It's a nice word. All right. Edible powder. Edible powder. Although Jay Astier and Liam and Lucinda all guessing plasma. Plasma is dangerous air. I guess plasma can be really hot, but I think miasma fits the clue a little better. Edible powder. Lucinda and Warthog and Maddie Marlis are all guessing malt. Oops. Malt. That seems very plausible. Actually, Gentle Dove is saying miso, which is another good guess. Ledition is saying mace, which is spice. And Liam is saying meth, which I really hope it's not. So, backtracking a little bit, Sandra Baker just followed us. Thank you, Sandra. Maybe we need some crosses for that one. I don't think we know yet. Sorority symbol. Okay. What was I telling you? What Greek letter is 4 letters and starts with an I? It's already only one possibility. I'm decently fluent in my Greek letters. Yeah, Maddie Marlis and D and Sue Parler are saying iota. Iota. And Pelvis like, I know no Greek letters. Yeah, if you solve enough crosswords, you start to learn them. I also have taken a lot of math classes in my life, and we like to use Greek letters. Dawn of Blank Day. 1939 World's Fair song. Okay, I do not know my 1939 World's Fair songs, but I can kind of register a solid guess, I think. Lucinda is like, it's all Greek to me. Yeah. Yeah, I like what Maddie Marlis is guessing here. I had the same instinct. And Roa is here and Albie all saying anew. Dawn of a new day. I think it makes sense. Warthog says, memorize the Greek alphabet. Best half hour I ever spent. I'll bet that's true. I don't know, best half hour, but they do come in handy knowing the Greek letters. Liam confirming that the only reason they know about Greek symbols is because of math. Yeah, that's the other common way to get them. Barbara says, I don't give an iota about Greek letters. That's funny. A lot more than a minute. A lot more than a minute. Dude named Dave and S. Khan and David are saying eon. Yeah, that makes sense. It is a lot more than a minute. And Roa says it as well. Eroded. Okay, finally this is making sense. Wow, we could not figure out what edible powder was, but I think we're just getting there. Highbrow Apoyo? Was that the name? It says 8. Yeah, 8 away at, eroded. That works nicely. And what do we have here? Jurisprudence. And what was this? The edible powder. Very difficult. Meal. We're talking like cornmeal, or I guess oatmeal. Yeah, meal is like ground up grains, I guess, and edible powder. I don't think anyone had guessed that at first, probably because it's a very hard clue for meal. And then law is jurisprudence. Whew, good work, everybody. I am tempted to just look at this last themer. Sans serif character. Okay. And remember, if Charlie is correct, this should be a 2-word phrase where each word can precede the word head to form a new phrase. This will be the big test. Can we think of any sans serif character? What do we think? Highbrow Apoyo has a really good guess. What do we think? Yeah, Shania, everyone's agreeing. Sue Parlor. Block letter. It fits. I think it fits the clue. Blockhead is like a dope, a blockhead, and letterhead is what you have written on the top of your stationery, so it actually works. And look at this, the E in head is where it needs to be. So I think everything's working out. Let's just check it right now. What can follow each word in the 5 longest across answers? MVP to Charlie for cracking this very early. I'm impressed. I think you had this theory like after the first 2 themers. I'm super impressed. So they're all, and it's a double header, which is a really nice summarizing phrase. It's a double header. Literally, each of these are kind of double head phrases. Very fun. So head is going in at 62. Excellent. Blockhead, letterhead, hothead, showerhead, redhead, meathead, beachhead, clubhead, bridgehead, and matchhead. Some of them are stronger than others, but in general, I think they work. Roa says that's actually a very cool theme. Yeah, I like it too. Albie says very smart. Tess says smart theme today. I'm glad you guys like it. I like it too. Angie says, I have a friend from school who we call Blockhead. That's funny. Okay. 57 down, tidbit. A lot of people giving me oat. Yeah, 57 down was meal. So I guess oatmeal, yeah, tidbit. Looks good. Stuff of legends. Oh, AJ was hoping for bobble. Yeah, bobblehead would have been great. Lucinda says, I'm a redhead. Perfect. This theme was for you. Stuff of legends. Yeah, Pelvis and Albie and Tess and Stefano are all saying tails. That looks great. Sushi staple. Sea something probably, because sushi food comes from the sea. Maybe we look at the cross as well. Seaweed. Yeah, I was excited when you wrote that because it looked right, but it doesn't fit. Seafood doesn't fit. So I'm not sure what they're going for here. Boardroom VIP. Okay. VIP is an acronym, so the answer will likely be an acronym. Yeah, AJ and pelvis. And Rand all saying CEO. This is looking strange, though. Oh, I think I know what they're getting at here. Yeah, I know. The Warthog and AJ, I think you're right. We'll get the crosses. Maybe I'll just put it in now. Sea eel. If you guys were sick of seeing eeled in your crosswords, we got all kinds of eels for you. Sea eel. Pelvis says, I've never had sushi before. What? You gotta live a little. Toon robot named for Disney. Wow, I did not know this. I know the answer, I think. Yeah, Roa says eels are a great word for crosswords, exactly. And that's why we're joking, because eel shows up in so many crossword puzzles that we're almost sick of seeing it. And in fact, sometimes it's eeled, like the past tense of to eel, which is to catch eels, and that feels a little tiresome. And today we got sea eel, which is yet a new variety. Wally, Sean, and D, and Efon, and Liam are telling me, and I did not know that Wally was named for Walt Disney. That's very... is this commonly known trivia? I think that's super interesting. File away. All right, we're in the home stretch here. I think we're just about finished. We're just about finished. Sep Ortiz and Highbrow Apoyo are saying store. Yeah, file away to store. Looks good. Sandra Baker likes it. What you talking about followed us. Thank you. And Roa followed us. Excellent. So glad you guys want to stick around. Astonishing thing. I don't know if I know this word. Astonishing thing. Charlie and Blake and Lucinda sure seem to know it, and Ledition. A corker. Am I? I must be losing it. Everyone knows what a corker is. This is new to me, though. Check the cross. Seize and carry off. Okay. Scav says never heard of a corker before, and yet you got it right. Of course, Scav gets entries that he's never even heard of. Oh, common in UK and Ireland definitely, says Charlie. That's useful. It's an old expression, says Lucinda. Okay. So if it's old and Irish, then maybe I can forgive myself for not knowing it. Astonishing thing is a corker. Sandra Baker is saying ravish. Yeah, to seize and carry off is to ravish. Liam on YouTube got that one as well. I think that makes a lot of sense. Kenzie just followed us. Thanks, Kenzie. Mischief makers. Aha. I like this entry. And Augustino Andy is back on YouTube. Welcome back. Luncharoni says you learn something new every day. Yeah, did you learn corker today or just me? Yes, Floss is saying sprites. Ooh, and Jessica's giving me nice fairy emojis. Yeah, because sprites are kind of like elves or fairies who are mischief makers. Luncharoni says corker is new to me. Okay, that makes me feel better. I'm not alone. Texan MLBer. MLB, we're talking baseball. So it's a Texas team, and it's probably the name of a player on the team. Not a specific player, but what one would call a player on that team. Got a lot of guesses, but I think Scav and Jessica are probably onto it. Angie, corker is also new to Angie. All right. Blake and Sue Parler, everyone's saying stro. Yeah, I think this is slang for an Astro, the Houston Astros. Tough. Okay. 2 cells left. It flies by. Historical studies. Okay. I think I get that. We'll look at the last one. Fountain Fair. And those will reveal ANC's birthplace. Wow. All right, what do we got? F1 says corker is very English. Okay. Gene Ireland is saying eras. And Augustino Andy on YouTube is saying soda will be our last entry of the day. Fountain soda. Blake giving me the drum roll. RSA, I guess, is Republic of South Africa. ANC, I can't remember exactly what it stands for, but I think movement or organization that Nelson Mandela was involved in. So I think RSA is making sense in 67 down. Is it time for the confetti? Let's check it out. Here we go. Yes, well done. Excellent work, everybody. Cool theme, and well done. MVP to Charlie. Charlie had a good noodle nugget today with seeing that all of the theme answers could precede the word head. Bridgehead, matchhead, beachhead, clubhead, redhead, meathead, hothead, showerhead, blockhead, and letterhead. That is a lot of theme material. I enjoyed this one quite a bit. Please join us again tomorrow. We do this every single day at noon Eastern time. And in the meantime, check out Arkadium.com, specifically the Daily Crossword live game at Arkadium.com. That's our landing page moving forward, and we've put some crosswords there that we think you'll like based on the puzzles we solve. Here, Luncharoni says noodle nugget time. Albie says awesome live, awesome vibes. Glad to hear you like it, Albie. Stick around. David Adams says thanks, fun, harder puzzles. Yes, if you're craving harder puzzles, join us on a Saturday where we do the notorious Saturday stumper puzzles, which are the hardest crosswords around. So if that's what you're craving, do join us. And yeah, bye everybody. Thanks a lot for the good time.